JS is asking, how can one heal themselves from trauma spiritually, and tips on accepting big mistakes caused by ourselves and go through them? Okay, one of the biggest things is, again, your perception. Your perception and how you decide to react to the situation. Because let's say we can look at the elite, people who have a bit more power in this world. They get into pedophilia, they get into murdering, they get into lying and stealing and so much stuff that we're like, why does someone smoke weed in the street and they get arrested while this fucking pedophile raped 70 kids? Not a single thing, not a single charge. No one even talks about it. Hunter Biden? Yeah, not a single thing. But some person who just smoked weed or drank alcohol on the street is in trouble. So we look at, do we blame ourselves? Because karma is not a thing, it is a belief. Because when we look at all these people in power, they don't get the consequences because they don't believe that they're guilty. They're psychopaths. Their brain is wired differently. They don't have empathy. They don't feel guilty. They don't have those emotions. They don't give a damn. And because of that, they are righteous for themselves in their perception, the way they see themselves in the world. They have all the power. They can do it all. No remorse, no nothing. They're fine. Not going to be punished. Not going to have any consequences. After this life, they can just move on, do whatever they want. But there can be people who are really pissed off at them for everything they've done. And they're like, I'm going to come after you. I'm going to hunt you down. Wherever you are, I'm going to come and get you. This, in a way, gets us in the loop of the game of never, or like not necessarily never, but I'm escaping the 3D and the physical universe and the Matrix for a while, because we're in this war. I'm going to come after you if you do this, or you've hurt me, I'm going to hurt you back. So we're in this constant fight on hitting each other and hurting each other, and it just doesn't really end there. But we're looking at, why are some people doing so many crazy things yet they never get consequences? Big bad decisions, not for them. They're living fine, they're enjoying life. They're having a great time, doing whatever they want. So why do some people who lied once are now, oh my God, worst thing I've ever done in my life, never freaking again. I've hurt my lover. I've hurt my mom and she cried, and I will never allow that to happen again. I will really punish myself. I will make sure I limit myself, get myself on a leash and stop my life in a way and not express myself. And we just have so many beliefs of how we ourselves are going to limit ourselves because we react differently to stuff. You have empathy. You feel emotions. You feel guilt. You feel remorse. You feel sadness and like, oh my God, I've hurt someone. That shouldn't be the thing. I don't want that to happen. So all this blame, you decide that you need some kind of consequences. You decide that you need to be punished. So number one thing to heal from trauma is to forgive yourself. Easy for me to talk. Yeah, I forgive myself, whatever. That doesn't just change things. Not just like that, not just saying words. But literally looking at, where did I decide to punish myself? Where did I decide to limit myself? Where did I decide to do something to myself that is now affecting my life at this point? Affect my life that I had to come here on earth and suffer, or, I'm never going to hurt another girl. I've lied, so I'm never going to lie again, or I've stole something, I'm never going to steal again. We make some kind of decisions. Sometimes there's just miscommunication. We have a few bad words and all of a sudden, we're going to change the way we talk. People don't like cussing. I've heard someone that way. No more cussing ever again. I will not be authentic because I hurt someone. You choose how to react to people and decide what kind of punishment or consequences you should have based on that. A lot of people in power that are psychopaths don't have that kind of wiring. They don't feel the guilt. So they're like, no consequences for me. I'm fine. I'm going to live the life I want to. So you have to look at the time where you might have had some kind of traumatic incident happen to you. Just look through your life right now. Everything that has happened to you since you were born. Of the little incidents where you might have hurt someone, where you feel guilty for what you've done or said, or maybe didn't say or didn't do. Like, I still have part of me feeling guilty because I remember my great-grandfather being old, like 90, 93, 94, sitting in a kitchen, eating dinner. And my grandma said, you shouldn't be next to him because he's old and he kind of smells. Go eat with like with everyone else. And I was like, no, grandma, I want to eat with my great-grandfather. We're just having a great time. And she forced me out. And I feel guilty for not staying. And I still feel bad. And since that day, I decided, like, hey, I will try to use every single chance I get to spend time with people I love. Even if it means sacrificing something, I don't want to feel that pain anymore. And that was just one little time where I just lost probably 20 minutes talking to the person I love or just listening to him. And I feel guilty about it. And at that time, I decided that I should act differently. So you would have to look through your life, find the moment where you felt disappointed in your own actions, in what has happened, and when you've made a decision to change. Because at that moment, you change yourself and your reality. You tune into something different. And if you can look at that, rescan, look at it differently, change the perception, maybe even rewrite the stories. And yes, that happened in this reality. But now, in my new reality, I have had the conversation with my great-grandfather. We had a lot of fun. We ate together, we spent time, and then I had time with everyone else, and things were like nice. I really enjoyed that day. No more guilt. But it leaves me the freedom. And it's not like creating fake stories to please yourself, like as if whatever has happened to you never happened. No. It's part of manifestation, part of Neville Goddard, part of George L. Breslin, creating your own new reality, your new story, and changing things like that. So we got to differentiate things. But again, looking through life, finding traumatic incidents or places where you've been hurt, and then looking at the situation differently, rewriting the story, looking at how you saw things back then and how you see things now. Do you forgive yourself? Do you feel different? Do you agree that that decision has not really helped you out? That it actually caused more trouble? And it's like, yeah, that decision back then didn't serve me. It's no longer my thing. I don't longer agree to it. It just doesn't serve me. I'm going to change right now. And that alone changes those traumas, the decisions that forced you into who you are right now, into everything that has happened to you to the current moment. So that would be like probably the biggest thing. And again, it's a broad question that has a lot of answers. It's just one of them, possibly. But hopefully it gives you a few ideas on like how I would go about it, and maybe it's going to be helpful to you. So anyway,